Cornwall, where the Tregothan estate has been growing tea for more than 2 decades.
People must think they're a bit bonkers when they ring up and they say, look, I've got some tea grown in England. And they go, yeah, all right.
Sometimes you do get that a bit, but it is, as you can see, here it is.
It's beautiful.
And we've got at the moment about 120 acres under tea cultivation. Hope to bring that up to about 150.
And tea is very fussy about where and how.
Tea is like a difficult child. It doesn't want it too hot, too cold, too dry, too wet. You've got to have the right sort of soil, acidic soil. We've got that here. They need about 40 inches of rain. They get about 30 inches. The remaining 25% they get from the morning mist and the dew. That means it's a perfect place to grow tea, but only in this very specific area.
Yeah.
If you went a few miles that way, you wouldn't do it. It's because we get these microclimates in Cornwall.
Which makes it the only place in Europe to grow commercially viable quantities of a high-quality cuppa. Picking tea is time-consuming, and in the UK, it's difficult to find people to do the job. Instead, the Tregothan team have come up with this, the Tea Bot.
These are the first tea bushes in the world to be picked by a solar-powered robotic tea harvester. And in Japan, they've got them powered by fossil fuels, and they look pretty good. But they usually have a driver on them as well. So it's quite a breakthrough.
They claim it's the most British tea in history, and that's difficult to argue against. But as well as the traditional brew, there are many different blends and flavours for different countries and customers around the world.
We make a Chinese-style white tea that's quite popular in certain markets. Then we oxidise them a bit more, so this is really popular in amongst tea connoisseurs. You can see a little bit of silver needle tip showing in that.
What about emerging markets for you, growth markets? Because I know you're limited here by how much you can grow, right?
Emerging markets are those that really want to buy into Britishness. And we're about to be supplying 13 shops in China with tea grown in England to sell alongside British bikes. We basically adopted the Chinese national drink over the past 400 years. You know, we love everything about the Chinese tea culture. And to think that this tea has been grown in England and, you know, returned to China as part of our shared national obsession with tea, yeah. I just love that story.
You talk a good game. Let's see how let's see how your tea tastes.
This is serious business. You know what?
Can I put milk in Earl Grey?
If you want to, I'm not going to.
You're wincing in your face a little bit. No?
Look, if that's your cup of tea, I am not going to criticise it.
As we say, yeah. And can you cheers with tea?
You can.
You can. Yeah. You cheers with tea. Yeah.
It's very
cheers.
civilised.
Okay, let's just try it. Then. Okay. That is awful. No, it's great. It's really good. It is good. It is genuinely a good cup of Earl Grey.
Paul Hawkins, CGTN, Cornwall.